All right, guys, we're live. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and we're talking about Shakur Stevenson today. Uh, I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not in a great mood right now. I'm sitting here while watching what's going on in the crypto market. I am a crypto investor, and Bitcoin uh, is worth half of what it was at its all-time high. It's sitting at about 66K, and a lot of people are losing their shirts out here. And let me say this, I'm not a big political guy, but before Trump got in, some of you crypto investors know that the talk was that he was going to be the best thing for crypto. And it's been an absolute disaster for the market since he's been in. All the tariff talk, all the government shut down, the people, not having any money, and rumors of conflicts going on. It's just, I don't know, it's just been a recipe for disaster. And, I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it like a lot of other investors right now. But I will say this, the best time to accumulate things like this is when it's in extreme fear. This is when you buy. This is when smart money invest. They buy when things are down. So I'm probably going to start accumulating some assets, some crypto, but we'll see. I guess after this live, I'm going to go take another look and see what I can put my money into, and pray for the best. But anyway, let's get into this. We're talking Shakur Stevenson and how right now, in real time, he's receiving the Terence Crawford treatment. He's definitely receiving the Terence Crawford treatment. And I'm not just talking about, with the fans, because you guys know Terence Crawford went through it with the fans. He went through it with the powers that be. When it came to the fans, they said that he didn't fight anybody. He was too light in the ass. He was never going to beat Canelo. We heard all that. And, a lot of times the press kind of amen that, putting obstacles in his way. Uh, so he couldn't, make it to the pinnacle. But, he maneuvered all that, and, he was retired undefeated, and he's the GOAT. There's no denying that. And now Shakur Stevenson is kind of going through the same thing. Even after he became a four-division champion just last week, defeating Teofimo Lopez in extraordinary fashion. In extraordinary fashion. It was basically a shutout. He put on a boxing clinic, and you guys know the talk was he was going to run, but he stood right there. He didn't use a whole lot of footwork. Even I expected him to use a lot of footwork because of Teofimo Lopez's his power in both hands, but he stood right there and traded with Teofimo Lopez, making Tio miss and countering, but he stood right there and fought his fight. And, I have to commend him for that. But anyway, I don't know if you guys know. You might have heard yesterday. It was reported. I think it was the Zone Boxing. Let me pull it up here. It was breaking news yesterday. It said that the WBC has stripped Shakur Stevenson of the WBC lightweight world title. Shakur Stevenson made three successful defenses before capturing the WBO junior welterweight gold and the Ring Magazine belt against Teofimo Lopez. So that was reported yesterday. Now let me read to you guys what Chris Mannix had to say. He said that the WBC handed out interim belts so Canelo didn't have to defend against David Benavidez, but stripped at Shakur Stevenson 7 months after defending it against the number one contender. Explained that at WBC. And let me read what Shakur had to say, because he had some words too on X. He had a couple of tweets here. The first one, he says 100K to some crooks. He's talking about the WBC, of course, who don't deserve it. Nah, Liana, I'd rather give it to you, baby girl. The WBC didn't even have ish to do with this fight, and it's eating them alive. Take your belt. It don't make me. Laughing emojis. And then he posted, and I just paid these dudes after my last fight What the hell am I giving y'all 100K right now for? Because y'all got beef with Bud, so come at me for it. So apparently they wanted him to pay 100K for a fight that they had nothing to do with, because the fight was for the WBO, the fight was for the Ring Magazine title. It had nothing to do with the WBC, and he paid them in his last fight. So I don't understand, what do they need money for? And from what I see right now, it looks like they're giving him the Terence Crawford treatment. The same exact thing. And my thing is this: WBC is exposing themselves basically to be biased. You guys heard what Chris Mannix said there? It's different strokes for different folks. And now Shakur Stevenson, who, like I said, he's done something extraordinary, they're stripping him of the title. And he even talked about possibly going back to 135. So why strip him now? Why strip him now? But, this is the reason why Zuffa Boxing is going to take over. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but I think the writing's on the wall, because all this corruption going on in the sport of boxing, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's like the government right now. They do things and they're not even trying to hide it. They're just doing it out in the open. And this is what the WBC is doing right now. They're doing shit out in the open. And it's not going to fare well for them, in my opinion. A lot of these sanctioning bodies that keep this BS going, they're going to become a thing of the past. You guys heard Terence Crawford when he was ranting about not paying them, that the Ring Magazine belt is free. It's free. And that's Turki Al-Sheikh's belt. It's free, guys. So yeah, all the favoritism and things of that nature, that shit's going to come to an end. See, these guys are going to have to start fighting now. They're going to have to start fighting one another. And that's basically what fans have been asking for. They've been asking for the best fighting the best. And I don't understand why some fans are against that. That doesn't really make any sense. All I can figure from that is that they're not really a fan of the sport of boxing. They're just man fans. That's what I get from that. I can understand why the old guard doesn't like it, because now, they're not in charge. They're not able to do the corrupt things that were able to do. Now that you have Dana White, I'm no big fan of Dana White, but he's seen an opportunity there, and he's going to strike. And they left that door open. They left that door open by disrespecting fighters, by disrespecting fans. So here we are. What do you guys got to say here? Lots of love from Cuba. What's going on, man? From Cuba? I've been there once. I've been there one time. I gotta get back there. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. Hey, what's going on there? Good to see you guys tuning in. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here with this stuff with Shakur Stevenson, man. But like I said, I think the WBC is shooting themselves in the foot. Anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I got some things I got to do, but I did want to get on here. I am a little down right now about my money, but anyone would be. I got to check out this crypto. I gotta make some moves, guys, before I lose it all, before I lose everything. What you think about the WBC stripping Shakur Stevenson? I think it's a bunch of BS. But I'm glad that they're showing their hand, so now people can actually see what's going on, and make a decision whether or not they still want to roll with shit like that. But we'll see. But you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.